All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Super here, and welcome back to another Mortal Kombat video. So it's been a while since I've done a tier list type of video, and I think the last time that I did one was when I started this little series where I did a tier list for the most fun characters for a specific game. For example, MKX, Injustice 2, MK11, MK1. I did the ultimate fun character tier list for all those games. So if you guys have not watched that, I'll leave all that linked in the description. If you guys want to see, in my opinion, what are the most fun characters in each game. So I figured that I would make another tier list because in the comment section of my Predator montage that I uploaded yesterday, by the way, that's what's playing in the background. If you guys did missed that montage, definitely go check it out. It's such a fun video because I just have the best Predator highlights that I've gotten over the course of a couple years to celebrate Predator Badlands. It's going to be linked in the description. Also, it's going to be linked in the comments. So if you guys missed that, definitely check it out. But in the comment section, someone, asked me, do you think Mortal Kombat X has the best guest characters? And I'm like, yes, 100%. Mortal Kombat X, I think, has the best guest character roster in any Mortal Kombat game. So this kind of spurred the idea of, why don't I do a guest character tier list for every Mortal Kombat game? Now that the games are out, now that I've played every character, I could do a tier list of my personal favorite guest characters in the history of Mortal Kombat, going back to MK9 with Kratos, with Freddy. I didn't play Kratos, but I know how crazy he is, so I will rank them appropriately. Don't worry, guys. I know there's going to be a lot of Kratos fans, so you guys just stay tuned to see where I rank them. Going all the way to MK1 and the final guest DLC character in MK1, which was T1000. So we're going to do that right now, but before that, let me know in the comment section, which guest character roster do you like the most? Obviously, we only had 2 in MK9, 4 in MKX, 5 in MK11, and then we had 6 in MK1. So the guest characters keep on piling up. I definitely think that the best guest character roster is Mortal Kombat X. Come on, you have Jason Voorhees, you have Leatherface, 2 horror movie icons, and then you're able to play Alien versus Predator. And all of them play amazing, and all of them have 3 unique variations that change up the play style for your character, and actually makes the character unique depending on which variation you use. It's Mortal Kombat X. Come on, guys. I think it's the best guest character roster. After that, as much as I love Joker and as much as I love Spawn, I'm going to have to go with Mortal Kombat 1. MK1, I think, has the second best guest character roster. Omni-Man, super fun. Homelander, super fun. Ghostface, literal perfection of a guest character. Conan was a huge surprise because he's super fun to play. T1000, really fun. And, of course, Peacemaker. Then I got to give it to MK11 because they do have Joker and Spawn for me. And then all the way at the bottom, just because they only have 2. I'm sure that if they would have put more characters in as guest characters, MK9 would have had a higher spot, but only 2 characters, guys. So MK9 is in last place. So let's get this started here. All right. So we're just going to go in order. I guess we'll go in chronological order from MK9 to MK1. It seems like that's how the tier list, character pick is set. So Kratos, guys. I think does it get any more perfect for a guest character than Kratos for Mortal Kombat? I don't think so. I've seen some of the gameplay that Kratos has to offer, has ridiculous combo potential, insane damage. He looks awesome. He's literally a perfect Mortal Kombat guest character. So I will actually put Kratos as an S tier guest character. I think because I love guest characters so much, I'm going to have a lot of guest characters up really high. It's kind of going to be hard for me to have characters down in the D level. I'll have some C's, but it's going to be hard for me to have any characters in the D level because I love a lot of these characters, and they play so fun. Like NetherRealm obviously puts a lot of time into guest characters, which they should to all characters. But of course, if they're gonna get a licensed property, they have to like make that character a highlight, right? Freddy, come on, guys. So this is gonna be an order actually. So I'm gonna have him here in front of Kratos because I love Freddy 1,000 times more than I do Kratos. So Freddy obviously is super fun in MK9. Not if you're playing versus him, but the times that I've gone to play MK9, just through the ladder, Freddy is crazy. Crazy teleport, invincibility, high damage, safety, plus frames, zoning, runaway, offense. He literally has everything you want in a character. It's pretty insane how good he is in MK9. And of course, he fits Mortal Kombat perfectly. Out of like all these guest characters, he's one of the ones that I wish could come back. Actually, these two, like I wish they would bring those characters back for guest characters in the next Mortal Kombat game. If they had like a returning guest character roster. Let me drink a little bit of coffee here. Still getting things started. All right, so moving on to another horror movie icon. We have Jason Mother Effin Voorhees. Oh, man. This is hard, guys. This is hard because I love Jason. I just don't want to have every single character in the S tier category. But I think I have to. I think I have to put Jason in the S tier category because he's really easy to pick up. He's actually one of the easiest characters to use out of any of these guest characters, especially in the slasher variation. Very easy to pick up. Everyone loves him. Does great damage, has fun gameplay, especially in Unstoppable and Relentless, because once you start with slasher, then your next step is to move on and pick the variations with the command grabs, because the command grabs is where he shines. They recover so fast, 6 frame down 1, amazing back 3 mid, really good. So yeah, I have to put him in the S tier category, but I'm gonna put him in front of Kratos, behind Freddy. Come on, guys, do you see who the next? Let's just put no one is gonna go beyond Predator. I'm just telling you guys right now. I've told you guys that Predator, I think, is the greatest guest character in any fighting game. For me personally, okay, just for me, greatest guest character in any fighting game ever, because they did him so perfectly. They honored, they respected the details, the history, the gameplay is fun. 3 unique variations that each have their own strengths. There is no character like Predator in any Mortal Kombat game as far as being a guest. It's just, I think Predator is guest character perfection. I think there's going to be one character that's close to him as far as like how perfect they got him. But as far as like the greatest guest character of all time, I think it's Predator. All right, moving on here, we got Alien. So Alien, I am going to put in the A tier category because I still think he's super fun, or she, whatever. I'm just going to say Alien. I think Alien is super fun because I think they're all females, right? If I'm not mistaken, the lore, they're all females. But I think Alien is incredibly fun. Acidic Alien just melts your life. I really like Conjurer Alien because I like the, first of all, the look of having like the queen head. I like that a lot. Putting the egg down, setting the traps. I really love Alien's gameplay. So for now, I'm going to put Alien at the A category. Let me see. Should I put him at A or B? Because I am going to have other characters that are more fun than Alien in the A category. I think for now, I'll leave Alien at A, but I might move Alien back to, or move Alien to B at some point. But Leatherface, I'm definitely putting Leatherface in the A category because you have Killer Leatherface, that is very fun. You get to use this chainsaw, you get to cancel it, you get to do a bunch of sick combos. It's the best variation he has. Then you have your zoning one, which is pretty lady. Shout out to, the ending of the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Dresses up in a nice blue suit and has the makeup going. And then you have my personal favorite, which is Butcher Leatherface with the best brutality in MKX. Definitely going to be in the A tier category. All right, so we have the T800. The T800, guys. Oh, man. Yeah, I think I'm going to move Alien to B because I am going to move... I'm going to have Terminator here at A. I definitely think that T800 is one of the most fun characters in MK11. I think he's definitely in the top 10 most fun characters. I'm pretty sure I had him somewhere around like the top 5. Like I actually had him pretty close to being one of the top 5 most fun characters. If not, he was in there. I just can't remember. My memory sucks. But you got to put T800 in the A tier category. He's actually pretty close to S tier because Terminator's so fun, has practical crushing blows, does a lot of damage, has good brutalities, fun combos. He has the teleport that they buffed in the later patches, making it a lot faster so you could combo with it. Yeah, he's super fun. So I'm gonna leave him there. Next up here, we have my boy Joker. So Joker, I'm gonna move in front of Freddy, Jason, and Kratos. But come on, Joker in MK11. See, Joker in Injustice 1 and Injustice 2 is already fun with the chattering teeth and everything. So a lot of people, when Joker was announced, by the way, Joker did take the spot of Ash Williams as a guest DLC character. To be honest, I actually would have preferred Ash than Joker. But if there was going to be anyone to replace Ash, Joker was like that perfect character. When Joker was announced, everyone thought he was just going to play like Injustice 2 Joker, like, chattering teeth, all that is fine, but we've seen it before. And then we saw the gameplay reveal trailer, and he literally had well, I don't know if I could say, like, a person tied up, he can't escape. I don't know if I can say the actual word because YouTube is so, like, you guys know how YouTube is. He literally has that, and they're like hopping, running away with a bomb, right? He detonates it. It creates a bounce or a launcher. Come on. He has some dude in the wheelchair that... Wait, what was the wheelchair one? Oh, he actually has like so he swings around a body, throws it down, has a detonation also. He has the he could actually use giant gloves he uses the kapow gloves to launch you. He could use it to launch himself. He has so many like fun and unique tools that Joker would 100% use. And you could tell that the people working on Joker for MK11 had a ton of fun. They had a ton of fun creating that character because he has so many unique things that only a character like Joker could have. And I'm really happy that if anyone replaced Ash, it was going to be Joker because he ended up being super unique and super fun. All right, moving on here. Come on, of course you got to have the boy Spawn. We've been waiting for Spawn. We've been waiting for Spawn for a really long time. I think people in MK9 wanted Spawn in MK9, right? Especially with like Kratos and Freddy's edition. Everyone has been wanting Spawn since 2011, maybe even before. Who knows? I wasn't around that time, so I don't know. But I'm sure people in MK9 wanted him in the game. But I think what makes Spawn so special is the presentation. Because honestly, his gameplay isn't like too crazy. I actually don't think he's fun, like too fun. He's fun, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's like too fun if you don't use the Soul Forfeit. I think Soul Forfeit is the reason why I mentioned that Spawn is one of the most fun characters in the game. he's good. He has his range. He has things he could do. But I feel like the soul forfeit really makes him fun because he literally breaks the game and he breaks the rules of MK11 with easy crushing blows. You don't have to have any requirements. You just do them, and it allows him to do some crazy ass combos. And I feel like that's what makes him fun. But as far as like just one of the greatest guest DLC characters of all time, 100%. Like the presentation, the intros, the outros, the look, the character design, god damn. He is, they just, with the presentation, they really knocked it out of the park, man. That's, Spawn has maybe the best presentation of any guest character ever because the intros and outros are so good. Like I said, his design was perfect. So, yeah, Spawn definitely deserves that S tier spot. All right, RoboCop, Alex Murphy. I love RoboCop 1. It's actually crazy how violent that movie is. If you guys have never watched RoboCop 1, that movie is insane. Like, you are going to be shocked at how crazy the first RoboCop movie is. Then RoboCop 2 gets goofy, and then I don't even think I watched RoboCop 3. But that first movie is crazy. It's a great movie, by the way. But as far as in the hierarchy of guest characters, I don't think that anyone would miss RoboCop if he never like returned. I don't think he would probably get like 1% of the votes if you put him up against almost anyone on this roster. So unfortunately, we're going to have to put RoboCop in the C category. I actually have a lot of fun with him, but you know, I just like the command grab and the flamethrower combination. But if you compare him to like any other guest character, he's definitely not up there compared to those characters. Same thing with Rambo, actually. Rambo's even worse, honestly, guys. I think Rambo's going to go in that D tier category because he's not even that fun. Like, yeah, it's fucking awesome that we got Rambo in MK11. As someone who grew up watching the action stars, right? More so in the 90s for me. So that's why Jean-Claude Van Damme is like my personal favorite of all time. So I didn't like, I wasn't freshly there for the Rambo movies, you could say, the early Rambo movies where he got really popular. But he's not even that fun. Like when you compare him to every other character, he's actually the least fun character in the entire roster of guests. Even RoboCop is more fun than Rambo, guys. And it's cool that we got Sylvester Stallone to actually voice him as opposed to Arnold didn't voice a T-800. But yeah, the only like fun thing that he has is the TNT that he puts, or the Claymore, I'm sorry, that he puts. And he like, you do the meter burn Claymore and then you do the meter burn hop or like roll, and it rolls, and with his bow and arrow he hits the opponent into it, and then you could do a combo from there. He has some like fun stuff, but man, he's not that fun to play. So I think Rambo actually might be the only character in the D tier category as far as guest characters. All right, Homelander. Hold on, let me take a sip. Moving on to the MK1 guest characters, and man, MK1 did a great job with guest characters. I just think MKX did better. But Homelander, I don't think I could put him in the S tier category. I think he's probably going to go in... Oh, man. Homelander's such a cool guest character, too, because his interactions with other characters, his trash talking when he does brutals, I feel like his presentation as well is really, really good. But to me, I only have fun playing Homelander when I'm using Pharah. And I don't think that deserves an A tier category if there's only one cameo that I would have fun with playing. with Homelander, because every other guest character I could use 2 to 3 cameos and still have fun. But when it comes to Homelander, I only have fun when I use Farah. And that's why, for the most part, you only see Homelander and Farah. So I'm going to have to put him in the B tier. I'm sorry. I love the boys as much as the next person. But if I'm only having fun with one cameo, I don't think it deserves an A tier category. Now, Peacemaker here. I was actually thinking, because I actually think I might have more fun playing RoboCop than I do Homelander. You guys know when I play RoboCop, I have so much fun. But I think the way they presented Homelander is like so much better than RoboCop. So I'm gonna keep it like that. Next up here we have Peacemaker. I'm gonna move him in the A category, because Peacemaker, obviously voiced by John Cena, has such fun interactions with every character. Gameplay is really fun as well, has Eagly to help him out. I think a lot of what makes him exciting, in my opinion, is what cameo you're going to pick with him. He used to have so many like cool combos when the normal gunshot could be comboed into the Kano knives, for example. But after they patched out the gunshot being able to combo into cameo moves, he became less fun, like, overall. He used to be like crazy though, because Eagly would recover instantly. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into like that, but he used to be like insanely good. If you guys remember, Peacemaker was running rampant for a while. But for me, Peacemaker and Cyrax are like that one team that's in, let me see, what was it? I think my number 3 spot. Peacemaker and Cyrax, my number 2 spot as my second most favorite team to use in MK1. So I have to have Peacemaker here. Also, like I said, John Cena did a great job voicing him, and the presentation and everything is awesome. All right, moving on here, we have Omni-Man. So Omni-Man's presentation is great too. Hold on, take a sip. He's fun to play and everything, but I feel like they could have probably gone a little bit crazier with some of his gameplay. I feel like a lot of the flight moves that he potentially could have had, they kind of went safe with it. His air dash, Viltrumite stance is awesome, but I feel like they could have gone a little bit more crazy with him. But I still think that Omni-Man deserves an A tier category as far as guest in Mortal Kombat, because I do actually have fun with him with multiple different cameos. It's not just like one, like Homelander and Farah, for example. All right, so this one is going to be hard. Ghostface. Not that he's not going to be S tier. He is going to be S tier. It just depends on where. Where in the ranking do I have Ghostface as? Well, he's obviously one of the greatest guest DLC characters ever. They literally couldn't have done a better job. Like, there's nothing. There's 0 notes on what they could improve with him. Like, they couldn't make a better Ghostface if they had a million tries. That's how perfect I feel like Ghostface is represented in MK1. So I actually do think that Ghostface is the second greatest guest DLC character ever for Mortal Kombat, because his gameplay is super fun. They literally captured what Ghostface is all about perfectly. So many Easter eggs. They even have Billy, the original Ghostface, as the face model under the mask. Perfection, guys. Ghostface, man. I fucking love Ghostface in MK1. Conan, huge surprise for me. Huge surprise as far as guest DLC character. Because when people were like, oh, or he got data mined early on, Conan is going to be guest DLC character. We knew this before like the game even came out, or like when the game came out. Crazy, right? Conan. What the hell is he gonna bring to the table? What is he gonna do? He's Conan the Barbarian. He has a sword, and that's it. Like he's gonna be a brawler with a sword. Like what could he bring that's gonna be fun to play? And he actually ended up being the biggest surprise in MK1 for me. I had zero expectation, zero hype, zero excitement for him until he came out. And I guess it did help before he came out, like a week before he came out. I did watch the original Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. So I kind of went into it knowing some of the references and Easter eggs and all that. So it did actually make it better for me to know those when he actually came out. But just in general, like Conan works so well with so many different cameos. He's incredibly fun. And I'm just like contemplating whether I should put him in the S tier category or not. There might already be too many S tier category. No, I don't think he's more fun than like Jason, Freddy. I don't think he's more fun. No, yeah, I think yeah, he has to go like behind Omni-Man because I have more fun playing Omni-Man, Peacemaker, T800, Leatherface for sure. Do I have more fun playing Alien than Conan though? I actually do think I have more fun. Oh man, I'm sorry, Conan, but thinking about it, if Alien's gonna be in the B tier category and I actually have more fun playing Alien than Conan, I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to put Conan in the B tier category. I'm sorry, Conan. I really wanted you to be in the A tier category, but I have more fun playing with Alien. And last but not least, we have the T1000. And the T1000 for sure is going to be in the A tier category. Man, I love playing T800 with Sonya, Madame Bo, Striker, Movado. All the references. Like, here's another character that they literally got perfect. Like, I don't think they could do any better with the T1000 design than they have in MK1. But I don't think I could put him in the S tier category as far as guest DLC characters for me. But I think I will put him behind Omni-Man just because I actually do have more fun playing Omni-Man, but I do not have more fun playing Alien. So I think that's pretty perfect there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that list. Because I would actually pick playing Conan over Homelander. I would actually pick playing RoboCop over Homelander. But the presentation on Homelander and the shit talking and personality and all that is just so much higher than RoboCop. So I have to put RoboCop underneath him, even though I would actually pick him to play. But yeah, Rambo's definitely the worst one out of any guest DLC characters. I think I'm pretty happy with this. I don't think I would take Kratos out. Kratos is the only one that I haven't played, but I know what's up. And I feel like Kratos would be like he would break records if they would re-release Kratos. I actually think he might be. Like, if they were to re-release Kratos for all consoles and everything in the next Mortal Kombat game as a guest character, he would probably break records. He would probably be the #1 most selling guest character ever. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Leatherface right there at the #1 spot in the A tier. All right, guys. I think that's it. I'm happy with this. Obviously, the greatest guest DLC character in Mortal Kombat history. That title goes to Predator. But Mortal Kombat 1 had a guest character that took the #2 spot from Spawny. I think Ghostface is just I don't even need to say more. I've already said my piece with Ghostface. I think he's a perfect guest character. Then you got Spawn, Joker, Freddy, Jason, Kratos. That's my S tier category. And then you have Leatherface, T800, Peacemaker, Omni-Man, T1000 to round off the A tier. And then in the B tier, at the top spot, Alien, followed by Conan, followed by Homelander. And then at the C tier, RoboCop, and then D tier, Rambo. Yeah, they needed a lot of way more excitement and work with Rambo, guys. I think I've said everything that I needed to say about every character. So in the comment section, let me know what you guys think. Who do you think, or what characters would you move in what different spots? Would you take some characters off of the S tier? Would you maybe move up some characters to the A tier like Homelander? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. But that is my list of the greatest guest character in Mortal Kombat history. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.